He got his reps. It's the Seahawks and the Lions coming up next.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. In a row. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chart. He's got him in. Complete. An excellent gain. 35 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. It's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Amon-Ra St. Brown set a Lions rookie record with 912 receiving yards, and over 60% of those came in the final 6 games of the season. He got better and better as the campaign rolled on. And when they went to him like he was their top receiver, he produced like it as well. And he certainly earned that spot here in his 2nd year, and he gets a first down for Detroit.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and there on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center, guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay, we lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he's got it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. A good effort to spin free from that first wave, but they still hit him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Smith. And that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Goff. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 17 carries, 62 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And
on the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright, and Karen's.
They're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Lions offense set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
But they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st down, Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The Lions are 1 and 2 through the first.
They were thinking if we fall to 0 and 3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1 and 2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
That was well played there.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can win.
This one, it's a touchback. The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Up the middle they run, it's Walker.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
3rd and 2, Smith.
They'll get this out wide to Penny. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now Gino on first down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Gino. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Gino down to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Myers' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Running is Swift, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll try and run here with Swift, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Goff now looks to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's got his tight end Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Going right back to Fant. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Smith.
This is the tight end Fant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Walker with another carry.
And a solid run down inside the 30. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a give to Penny. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he floated one out there, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Throwing again on second down. Goff,
right side to Williams.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To the air again. Goff.
And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Over the middle. Hauled in by Shark. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On first down, it's Smith.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this 1st half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Bears who have the lead. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London, where it was the Saints serving as the home team who were able to come away with the victory. Chris Olave leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that 1st half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Throwing now is Geno. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Those two just have been the same. Did a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's gone. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
On second down, Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Michael Batchley on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, here's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Leaves it for Penny.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing is Smith. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Again, Smith. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Goff now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, if an offense is
the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Straight ahead, Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
3rd and 2. Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set